I'm gonna tell you now, I like this guy. I like this. Force him to do the work. I don't understand. Specify. Well, what do you mean by that? Can you repeat that again? Say that, but a little less stupid this time. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9E, and we're gonna react tonight, on this night. So Daryl, our precious Daryl, is gonna be questioning this man, and this is one of the unique situations. This man references Jackson in his questioning because he's one of the people who was right there when Jackson got hit. And so, of course, Daryl tries to pretend to have some type of emotion because of this. I think he knows that that's where the barrier's at. He's like, I could be a dick, I could be a dick, I could be a dick. But if I want to get out of here, there's any chance of me getting out of here, I gotta pretend to be sad about Jackson. That's where Daryl lives. Okay. I don't know if he really feel it or not. Don't matter. Don't matter. Okay. So we're gonna see what he's gonna say to this man. Okay. What you gonna say to this man that just told you that he just saw Jackson go flying, hit his tiny little body with your car? Okay. And let's see how you handle him. If you handle him appropriately or like a douche, like a Daryl, if you will. What do you gotta say, Daryl? What do you gotta say?
Mr. Brooks, you may start your
He's like
questioning of this
himself.
witness then.
Look at him pretending to wipe his tears. Is you emotional, Daryl?
I'm sorry about that. I just needed a second.
Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you what's so weird. Him with this tissue wiping his dry ass eyes. Him and these tissues wiping them dry ass eyes. Okay, Daryl. All right. Put on a show, honey. Look at him with this little tissue. Dry. Look. Oh, he's so full of shit. Paperback Bible on deck. Oh, he got more than one of those little insert pens, little pen inserts. He keep them in his paperback Bible. You apologize, Daryl?
A little emotional right now for me. So
is
I
you
apologize to the court as well for the delay.
Emotional? Why you emotional? You ain't the one that hit him, is you? Is you, Daryl? Is you? Thought it wasn't you. It wasn't me.
Can you recall what time you arrived at the parade that evening?
I don't remember exactly.
It don't matter o'clock.
Do you recall how long you intended to stay?
Through the parade till it was done.
Till a quarter after, none of your business. Throw the microphone at him.
You testified earlier to seeing some of the video footage that was played. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, that's fair to say.
Do you recall how many times before today you saw the video footage?
I believe I saw one of the videos once.
And you don't recall seeing any of the other videos?
Maybe clips we were bouncing around.
Do you recall by whom you were shown the videos?
The folks at the prosecution table.
That referring to the three prosecutors sitting there right now?
Yes.
All three?
Yes.
You stated in testimony earlier that you did not see the vehicle strike the children that were in front of you. Would that be fair to say?
I said sitting here today, I don't remember that.
You said something to that effect. Would that be fair to say?
You'd have to be more clear.
You said something to that effect of what you just said.
To what effect?
That you, sitting here today, that you do not recall seeing anyone struck ahead of you.
That's correct.
Then you also stated that you did see who was struck ahead of you.
Is that a question?
Would that be fair to say?
In relation to what?
In relation to someone being struck in front of you.
When I was there, or the video? What are you talking about?
Oh, no, that's
At
right.
any time when you was there.
Daryl don't understand how questions work. Like, did you ever see a meteor shower? And be like, yes, where'd you see it? On TV. That's not what I asked you. Yes, it is. You asked me if I ever saw a media shower. I did. I saw it on TV. You gotta be specific. This man that set you up, he done allowed you to fix your question, and here you gonna go at any time. I'm like, do you mean the video that I just saw, or do you mean in person? He's like, anytime. He's like, then yeah. He's like, so you saw it in person? Like, no. Like, what is wrong with you, Daryl? Oh my God, he don't understand. And I bet if somebody says, I don't understand the question, Daryl be like, I think I was clear. We know you do, Daryl. We know you do. Oh.
When I wrote my statement, I wrote what I remembered at that time.
So would it be fair to say that as you sit here today that anything about your statement may have changed?
Nothing has changed.
No, my statement is on paper. So no, it hasn't changed. Did you change it? Did you change my paper? Did you change my statement, Daryl? Is that what you're doing? You confessing to writing on my paper? Is that what you're saying?
So your testimony here today would be accurate to what you reported.
Yes. I already did this.
Everything I said has been accurate.
Do you recall saying in your interview with the DIC that your 11-year-old son and 9-year-old daughter suffered minor injuries in the event?
I remember saying they were injured.
Do you recall saying that the injuries were minor?
No.
Not direct witness to the statement?
No, you can't.
Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, right here.
Is it his statement or a summary?
It's a
Not
summary.
statement. It is a statement from DCI,
Look
an
at
agent
Daryl.
from DCI, in which he
Daryl, I'm gonna need for you to get your papers straight, honey. You don't know the difference between nothing and nothing. Every time he tries to show somebody something, it's a summary or something. It ain't never the actual witness. Not once has he pulled up the actual witness statement talking about, can I show them this? It always is a no. It's always a, oh my gosh. The witness be like, I don't remember that. What you talking about?
the DCI agent spoke with Mr. Rogers and wrote down what he believed was said to him. It was not signed by Mr. Rogers. It was not reviewed by Mr. Rogers. Therefore, I would object to this being characterized as this witness's statement.
Exactly.
If he would like to call the DCI agent, then he may do so.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to sustain the objection as to the form of the question. Rephrase, if you're able.
Daryl, you was wrong. It's okay.
Do you recall stating to whomever interviewed you from the DCI that the injuries were minor?
No.
No.
Any reason why they would report that you said that?
You can ask them
I don't
that.
know. You'd have to ask them.
I know that's right. And that's the answer to the question, Daryl. Proper answer.
Any reason why they would believe that that's what you said?
Hey, you're going to have to ask them that too.
Reported grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Calls for speculation on the part of the witness.
Exactly.
Sustained.
Talking to the wrong person, sir. Go to Hades and ask the devil. You'll see him in a little bit. I heard he hangs out in the prison. It's a rumor I heard.
Do you remember giving a prepared statement at 10:45 a.m. on 11/22 of 2021?
I do.
Do you recall the gist of what you prepared?
Can you be more specific?
I know that's right. You gotta be specific. Be Pacific, like the ocean.
Specifically, that you heard commotion, turned around to see a stroller or something fall over about a block and a half behind us.
Yes,
You recall making that statement?
I do.
Yeah, and I already asked and answered, honestly. The prosecution already asked them that specifically.
About how many people would you estimate was at the parade that day?
I would guess the thousands.
He like, and I
And you
only
were
hit
able to
70.
see-
I don't know why I'm here.
Something fall over from a block and a half away amidst thousands of people.
Yes. Yes,
And you
Daryl.
don't recall what that was that you saw? Any reason as to why you would name what you saw fall if you don't recall it?
I described it.
Uh-huh.
So you did see something fall.
Yes.
Actually, ask the answer.
I said that already, stupid.
Asked
Look.
and answered. Sustained.
Daryl, I said, I saw something fall. As you can read there with your eyeballs that are so close together. Okay. I saw something. I heard something. I saw something. I described the something. The people I described it to came to the conclusion of what that probably was based on the description that I gave. There. Science. I know you only
Do you
understand
recall what the
math
item
there.
was?
Math boy.
Grounds.
Count it all the way to
Asked and
1,000.
answered.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Come on, Daryl. Work hard. I'm trying to save your life here. Good luck. Break a leg or a pelvis or something. Oh,
Do you recall about what time you heard that shots were fired?
After watching the video, it's about 3 minutes, 3 minutes after the red SUV drove by us.
Do you recall the day of the incident?
oh my God, Daryl, you so dumb.
Not
You
the
so
video.
super
I remember
dumb.
it was after the vehicle drove by us.
There.
Did you hear the shots?
No,
Do you remember who that was reported by?
I don't.
Okay, now what, Daryl?
What did you do after you heard that shots were fired?
I looked for all of my children again and made the decision to take 2 of them into the antique store.
About how long did it take you to look for everybody before you went into the antique store?
Before or after the shots fired comment?
After the shots fired,
I think I did another lap around the car and then around our Blazer's truck and then grabbed my kids and left.
were you able to retrieve everyone at that time?
No,
You recall who was missing?
Riley was missing.
You know what? It will be at this moment when he mentioned my child. I don't care if you know the name, sir. You mentioned my child that I can't find because of you. You getting this here water bottle thrown at you is what you're gonna get, and you need to thank me for it because I threw the bottle instead of jumping over this here counter and grabbing you by your skinny little neck, swinging you around. Okay, this is what I should have done. Twist that head, go like this, till it just pop off. Oh my God. Say something else. Say something.
Did you leave the antique shop anytime after you had gathered your loved ones into the antique shop?
Yes,
About how long before you left the antique shop?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what you did when you left the antique shop?
I remember at some point seeing Jackson again on the ground.
Ugh. That's right. Mention Jackson some more. They shut
Did
him
you
up.
continue
That's
looking
where
for
the
the
that's where the
loved
barrier's
one
at.
that you missed before you gathered the other ones into the antique shop?
I say Jackson gave him that 1,000 fucking years. Cause ain't nothing he could say. Ain't nothing you can say. He talking about the old people, talk about whether they had medical issues already anyway. He talk about all of that, but you can't get around that with Jackson. Jackson was a baby, brand spanking new. You was going to Hades for that one, Daryl. Straight to Hades for that one.
To the best of my recollection.
You don't recall for sure?
It was pretty chaotic. I was looking constantly for my missing daughter.
Did you end up finding her?
I did not find her, no.
And who is Ben White?
He was another coach with the Blazers and a friend.
Was he with you in the antique shop?
No.
So at some point you got separated. Would that be fair to say?
Separated from who?
Separated from Ben.
We were all separated as soon as the car drove by.
Any idea where he may have gone at that time?
No.
Difference does that make? Oh
You
my
remember
God.
talking to
I want to know exactly. I know I keep saying this shit, but I just don't understand, Daryl. Like, what the fuck are you getting at? Now you want to know about the friendship he has with Ben? How close are you guys? You ever play golf together? When y'all go out to eat, who orders wings? I know one of you do. Who orders wings? What is the point of what you're talking about? You've already driven by, like you drove by, and everything behind you is chaos now. And then you want to know about the interactions of him and his friend after you drove through the children? Like, so when did you guys get separated? I mean, you think if you guys were so close, you'd have stayed together is all I'm saying. How close of a friend is he really? Daryl's getting at nothing. That's the moral of the story. He's getting at nothing.
him after you had gathered everybody in the antique shop?
Then did you go
I
find
remember
your
at some
friend?
point he reached out. I don't remember if it was text or phone call. Yes.
Okay, Daryl. You must have had a reason for asking
Did he
that.
say if he was injured in any way?
I don't remember.
Like, I'm
Were
thinking
you
about my
injured in any
baby.
way?
No physical injuries.
Your little pin insert. That's insulting. It's running out of ink, Daryl. I can see it. I can see the ink in it because it's the insert.
Was it pretty windy that day? From your recollection?
From what I remember, there was a pretty good breeze, yes.
Pretty cold?
It was cool.
Daryl's like, I know. I had my hoodie on.
Pretty loud.
Normal parade sounds.
Would that be characterized as loud?
I guess it depends who's... It would be subjective to the person there.
Would you say it was loud?
Not overly loud.
There was noise, Daryl. I mean, come on now.
So you yourself were able to hear pretty good over a parade with thousands of people?
It's not like they were all
I would say
thousands
so,
in the
yes.
same place, dumbass. Yeah, like it was like a one building and thousands of people were inside that building. Of course, if they were all
You had one of your daughters, Maya, with you that day. Would that be fair to say?
That's fair to say.
I'd be like, mention my daughter's
Was
name
she
again.
injured in the event?
I threw her to the ground to get her out of the way, so she had some scrapes.
And would that result from you throwing her to the ground?
I don't know.
Did she say that she had been injured in any way?
No.
Oh my God, Daryl, you are a
Do
monster.
you recall if anyone else besides
You're a
your
monster.
children who were injured?
I remember lots of people who were injured.
Yeah, like
Do you
Jackson.
recall
Yes,
I just answered that.
specifically?
yes.
You remember who besides your children?
Say Jackson.
You want me to list all of the names that were injured?
Just rough estimate that you recall.
That I recall, 10 to 15 people that I...
name
That
Jackson.
you actually observed.
Yes, Jackson.
Did you render any assistance to any of those people?
No.
Any reason why not?
Oh my
My daughter
God.
was missing.
Daryl's like, oh, you care about your kids? Oh, I can't relate. I can't relate to that myself personally, but you know, any reason why? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I can't with you, Daryl. I just can't.
So it'd be fair to say at that moment your concern was your daughter that
Yeah.
you didn't retrieve to go into the antique shop,
Exactly. That might be on
My
the
concern
ground.
was for everyone that was just struck by the vehicle.
including your daughter that was missing, right?
Oh my God,
I was
Daryl.
concerned about her missing, yes.
Oh my God. No. Him staring at me while he re-asked the same stupid ass question. I'm gonna need to poke him in the eye. I'm gonna need to do it. I'm gonna need for at least one of them eyes to just not be working no more. And for him to have learned a lesson that means don't put the other eye on me or that one's gonna be missing too. Okay. That's what I'm gonna need. He feels so bold. How do you? I can't, Daryl. Because I can't.
Did you file any reports,
Yeah, get on to
Other
your
than,
normal stupid ass
just-
questions.
interview,
But
What do you mean
like
by
an injury report of any kind?
Just what you had in front of you that you were reading from. That was my statement.
No. Did you file any injury reports or
Jackson, that's a big question.
Indeed, that is.
Sustain us to the form of the question, sir. Please rephrase.
Go ahead and say you think he was clear. I know you want to say it.
What I'm asking is,
Uh-huh.
usually if there's an injury, you will file a complaint.
It's not called a
To the
complaint.
best of your recollection,
Stupid.
did you file any complaint from the incident?
It's not.
I wouldn't consider it a complaint.
Thank
I filed
you.
some paperwork
Thank you.
saying that my children were injured, yes.
Thank you.
Do you
That
recall
part.
if that was a complaint?
I don't know.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Daryl? Why do you
Was
want
it
to
a
call?
claim in any sort of way?
There you go. That's a better
Yes.
word. A
Do
claim.
you recall what the claim was?
He's so
It was
stupid.
with the Victim Assistance Program.
And what does that consist of? What are their
Oh my God. There goes
resources
Daryl.
in pursuant to the
He like, see, I mean, all these people got all of this stuff, because of me, If it wasn't for me driving over the people, they would not have needed that assistance that was there for them because I drove over the people. You see, it was me driving over the people that helped these people. This is how I helped the people. It's this man who didn't help all the people on the ground because he was chasing after, looking for his own daughter. I mean, who's the guilty one here? Oh, Daryl, you slay me, boo. You slay me, boo.
The complaint that you filed or claim that you filed, right?
Can you rephrase?
Yeah, rephrase it, stupid.
What would be their assistance and to help you with your claim that you were filing?
It was to help with any medical bills that arose out of this situation.
Because of Daryl.
So it would be fair to say that you had a financial interest in this incident.
Mischaracterizes the.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Oh my gosh. I can't think of anyone who needed to be underneath the prison more. Sorry, the prison more than Daryl, okay? Nobody has ever earned it as much as this man has earned it. And I do wonder sometimes though, did he think, like, did any part of him really believe that he was gonna be able to get out of this? Like, was there like a little hint of something deep inside that said to him, you know, if I say the right stuff, I might be able to get out of this. I feel like he thought it. I feel like he thought it just because of who he is, his thought process. Pretty sure he thought it.
The testimony.
Grounds, I believe it's relevant to the fact that bills were needed to be paid. It's relevant.
Overruled. He may answer.
I was looking to get the medical bills covered, yes.
Because I didn't go to a parade to have medical bills because of you that I did.
So would that be fair to say that you had a financial interest?
No.
I would say sitting here today, I didn't care if it got approved or not. I was trying to get assistance for the medical bills.
So if it had gotten approved, would you have been able to do it yourself, or would you have seek to do it yourself?
Judge's relevance.
Grounds.
Sustain. The question is vague.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Would you have seeking?
Oh
would you have paid the medical bills yourself?
Yes.
Regardless to price.
Well, yeah.
I generally pay my bills.
Daryl can't
and
relate.
That, and specifically that.
Daryl can't relate to that because Daryl ain't never had a job, and Daryl ain't never had a bill actually because he's just been stuck up underneath of his mother since he came out of the womb. So she had bills, and he was just there creating the bills, like that electric bill that he ran up by running that electric cord to his car so he could watch Tom and Jerry on TV in his car that he lived in. Don't forget that he lived in her car, in her driveway. Daryl was like, you was going to pay your bills? What was that like? You'll never know, Daryl. You'll never know.
That matter. Not the rest of your bills. Specifically that matter.
Objection's relevance.
Grounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Sustained. Move on, Mr. Brooks.
Yeah, move the fuck on, Daryl.
Would you consider yourself an injured party in this case?
No.
I know he just wants to go over there and choke the life out of him. I know he do. I know it is
Were
what
you
he
aware
wants.
that you
I'm
might
sorry,
be called
sir,
to testify in
but
this
you didn't
case?
get to do it.
Eventually, yes.
Sometimes you got to
Did
be
you
brave
seek
enough.
to testify in this case?
Just jump
No.
over there. Just go for it. People do it all the time. Just go for it. If you can't do that, just throw a water bottle. I mean, it's right there.
May I ask why you agreed to testify if you didn't seek to?
Objection's relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Because I wanted to sit here and watch you go get these here 1,000 years. I wanted to play a part in
Do
it.
you recall who informed you
Hmm.
via subpoena to testify?
I received a subpoena from the DA's office, yes.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
No problem.
I'd be like, we're gonna have a party after this because of you.
Are you
right
aware
now.
of the plaintiff in this
Celebrate
case?
your 1,000
Objection.
years.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Have you read a complaint pursuant to this case at any time?
Not that I remember, no.
Do you understand that for charges to be issued that it has to be a claim, therefore it has to be a plaintiff?
Objection.
Grounds.
None of his business.
Okay, so first of all, the
Grounds.
grounds are relevancy. It's not relevant. That would be the
You
grounds.
also have to state the grounds.
Hold on. Let her get her position out, Mr. Brooks.
I know
And it
that's right.
mischaracterizes the former testimony.
It does
Sustained
not.
as to both grounds. Under 90611, move on, please.
Yeah, move along, Daryl. Move along. Your pointless
So you're not
question.
sure if there's a plaintiff?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Sustained.
Oh, he's done went off in the La La Land right now. Look at him. He's like, what am I doing here? What is this? What is it all for and about? But for why though? But for why?
Have you ever had any interaction with the plaintiff?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Do you have anything other than your last little things that you always freaking say? Have you ever met the state of Waukesha before? Have you ever bought it dinner? Does it like me?
Are you aware
or
who
no?
brought charges in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Oh my God, he's so weird.
If you're not sure of a complaint, how can you be sure of the charges in this case?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
I beat you to it, Daryl.
Please move on to a new topic where
Yeah.
your cross
Oh, he don't have
examination
one.
will be
He don't have one because this is the last thing he does.
shortened.
This is the last thing he does before he's done. So he don't have no other questions. Daryl's quite predictable. Have you ever met the city of
Your Honor, with
Waukesha?
all due respect, that's every question that I'm asking is relevant. It pertains to the plaintiff in this matter.
Oh, does
that
it?
seems to be nowhere
You're
found.
making a legal
Oh, yeah.
argument. We'll take that up outside the presence of the jury. Move on.
I believe the jury deserves to know
Oh, yeah.
who the plaintiff is in this matter.
Did it-
That's
oh, I
very
think they
relevant
know.
to the case. How can they
I
rule
feel
on
like they
something when
know.
don't
Mr.
even
Brooks?
know who the plaintiff is?
Please, move on.
Anybody else in here feel like they know? Because I feel like they know. I feel like that they're pretty clear on who that is. You know what I'm saying? Who's this person that's going to give Daryl this here 1,000 years? Ah, yes. Those people at that table. Got it. Got it.
Next question, or I will turn it back over to the state for redirect.
He done. He's cooked, girl.
Can you recall if you saw the driver of the vehicle?
Mm,
I don't remember seeing the driver.
okay. He didn't.
Were you able to catch a glimpse of the license plates?
No.
Uh-oh. He's putting that T in there now. Somebody must have told him.
Do you recall if the vehicle had any tinted windows?
I don't remember.
About how far from the vehicle were you when it passed you?
From the red SUV?
About how far from the vehicle were you when it passed you?
Can you
He like,
tell
don't
me
be,
which vehicle you're talking about?
don't be describing
How
my
far
vehicle.
from the vehicle were you when it passed you? The vehicle that
Look at him. He's about to say the same
went
thing.
around your Blazers vehicle.
The red-
I guess I would ask the defendant to be more clear as to what
Exactly.
vehicle and when it went around. Like at the beginning of the parade.
Yeah. Go ahead and say, how far were you from my car when I drove over the people? Say that, and then we'll be like, oh yeah. I don't know, 2 feet maybe. Thanks for clarifying. Now get up underneath of this here prison.
Before it struck
I like
his
this
kids.
line. I like
was
this
just clear. I
line.
said the vehicle that went around his Blazers.
Sustained
Other
as to the
vehicles did
form
that.
of the question.
Other vehicles went
rephrase.
around me,
The vehicle that you observed,
driving through the parade at
or
a
rather I'll
fast
say the
speed.
vehicle that you observed approaching.
Which
About
one?
how far from you
Which car?
from it were you when it passed you?
Which car? Say which car.
Just to
Say
clarify,
it.
is he saying the red SUV that this witness has described as that red SUV was approaching him or some other vehicle?
I know that's right.
As to the form of the question.
Well, I thought he was clear. When
No, it wasn't clear. I'm gonna need for you to say it. I'm gonna need for you to say, how far were you from the car that I was driving when I drove through the children? That's what I need you to say, Daryl. That's what I need from you. And it's funny that you don't want to say it. It's hilarious. It's in video. It's in 4K, booby. It's in 4K. Okay? So stop. Look at this. Look at this. Look at his eyes. He's like, look, I think that I was clear. You think you were clear, Daryl? I know you do. I know you, dear. You do. You think it's clear? It's clear like the space between them two pointy ears. Ain't nothing in there. It's empty and hollow.
when he said that there
You
was
have to
only
be clear
one
with your
vehicle.
question, Mr. Brooks.
Yeah,
Excuse me, Your Honor.
You have to be clear with your question. It's
Yes.
vague.
He
As
said
to
there
the
was only
word
one-
vehicle, you need to be clear which vehicle you're questioning the witness
The
about.
vehicle that was approaching, that he said
There
was
were
What
other
approaching.
point in
vehicles.
time, what color is the vehicle, something like that, sir.
The vehicle that you observed strike anyone.
There you
How
go.
close
That's
to
close.
you were?
That's good.
How close were you to that vehicle when it passed you?
He didn't
The
want to
red
describe his
SUV was
house.
about 10 feet probably from me.
And you didn't see the driver, correct?
The red
Correct.
SUV.
Did you see anyone else in the vehicle?
I did not look in the vehicle.
I just saw a vehicle, honey. Red SUV.
That's a no.
Thank you.
Hey, would you say that's pretty close?
It depends what you're talking about.
Would you say
they
that
do.
10 feet is pretty close to a vehicle?
Depends. If
on
we're
what you're talking.
driving,
Like
yes.
if it's a train, 10 feet is too fucking close. You know what I'm saying? If it's a child, 10 feet is so far away. Oh,
Would it
come
be
here,
fair to say
cutie,
that
cutie.
that's close enough to be able to see who was driving?
Depends on many other factors.
Yes. Specify. Which I know you find it hard to do, Daryl. It's very hard for you. And I like for your life to be complicated, so.
What would those factors be?
You tell me.
Eyesight, windows up, down. If they're looking at the vehicle,
Yeah, was I looking at you? You drove by very quickly, so it was like you weren't there, and then you were there, and then you were gone. So,
I'm assuming it would be fair to say that you were definitely looking at the vehicle, correct? Would that be fair to say?
when?
When it was approaching and
I
when
like
it
this.
passed?
I like this guy.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you now. I like this guy. I like this. Force him to do the work. I don't understand. Specify. Well, what do you mean by that? Can you repeat that again? Say that, but a little less stupid this time. Yeah, get comfortable.
Any reason why you would not try to identify the driver?
Because my children were about to be struck.
I know that's fucking right. Fuck that driver.
Any reason why you would not try to see if you can catch a license plate number?
Because people had just been hit.
And there's 1,000 people. Somebody else would get it on camera, and they did in 4K. Well, not 4K. That license plate's pretty blurry, but we can see it. And then you showed it to us again to verify in your music video. Thanks for that, by the way.
So it would be fair to say because of what you was observing, that would be the reason why you didn't
Yes.
try to get a description of the driver or the license plate.
That's the reason. Yep.
My priority at the time was not identifying the driver.
No, that's right. Ask yourself why you wasn't not driving through the parade. Ask yourself that. Any reason why you were driving through the parade, Daryl? What's the reason for you to drive through the parade, Daryl?
No further questions.
Yeah. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. You suck. Hey, Daryl. May your little hands have a hard time in the prison. May Bubba make good use of your hands in the prison. Oh, the pointlessness of it all, Daryl. I mean, you had a chance to save your own life. Instead, you do this. I mean, whatever floats your boat, baby. Whatever floats your boat. Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. Okay? My back hurts. I can't. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Indeed, she do. And you know she do. Cut it out. Peace.